I'm Erin. You can have a seat here if you'd like. Alright. So, I'm Erin. I'm your social worker. I want to discuss some things with you that you had some concerns about. So, would you like to start with some things that you're concerned about, or tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm a college student,
Okay.
a junior in college.
Mhm.
I'm a business major.
Okay.
But I specifically came to you today because I'm having a lot of anxiety issues. I feel I didn't ever see these issues when I was in high school.
Okay.
So, like, I had a lot of friends in high school.
Mhm.
I did sports. I was
Okay.
outgoing. But ever since I've been in college, I feel like I've had a setback. I feel like I can't make friends. I feel like I can't keep the friends I have.
Okay.
I don't really want to leave my room ever. I don't really leave my room ever unless it's for class. I don't really go and eat because I don't want to be alone
Mhm.
in the caf.
Okay.
And it's just hard being away from my family too.
Okay.
So I didn't know if there's anything that you could give me for advice on how to become more social potentially.
Okay. So I just want to start by saying this is your time. This is not really a place where I kind of tell you what to do. It's kind of we work together to find solutions to issues that you're facing in your life. So it really sounds like you kind of left for college and you're having some anxiety about that. Do you want to tell me more about it? Like, where do you live? Where do you go to college?
I'm from 3 hours away.
Okay.
I go to Mitchell College.
Mhm.
And I don't know, like in high school I had a lot of friends. I found it easy to make friends. I found it easy to be in public. I trusted my friends. And here I just don't really think I can trust people, and I just can't keep friends, and I don't want to be involved in anything. I mean, there are things I'm interested in, but I don't know how to make that first step to doing stuff, and I just am very school oriented right now, which is fine, but it's just kind of affecting my entire life
Okay.
because I don't want to be anywhere but my room usually unless it's for school. I mean, I don't even go and eat either, so I don't know. I just don't want to be alone.
Mhm. Okay. So, as far as the whole, like you said that you feel like you can't trust anybody. What is that about? Like, what do you think? Like, why is that?
I mean, I just have amazing friends back home, and I feel like at school it's somewhat forced. A lot of the stuff we have to do our freshman year is very forced and kind of makes us feel like children, like young children. And I also feel like my friends at home can't be replaced, so it's kind of hard for me to get in the mindset of these are my school friends, these are my home friends, when that's just not really natural to me.
Okay. So you're experiencing some of basically the hardships of college in general. And what do you feel like when you're sitting in your room and
I mean, I guess I feel sad sometimes, like I want to be outgoing and I want to have fun and I want to have a regular college life, but at the same time I just don't see that in me. And normally I do have a really strong approach at doing things and being involved, but I just can't find that spark here.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I have thought about switching schools or maybe being closer to home. Maybe the distance isn't working for me,
Okay.
especially being away from people who I've grown up with, basically, and my family right there to support me even when I had off days, which I don't have anyone like that here.
Mhm. Well, so pretty much I think already I can point out a couple of strengths you're kind of putting out there is that one, you're really good with academics. You're really smart. And it seems like that kind of that's kind of playing a really strong role in your life right now, is how good you are at school, essentially, right?
Well, I feel like I'm here for that reason, and I definitely want to make my family at home proud, even though I can't be with them every day and they can't see what I'm doing, but I know that this is something that I need to be doing right now that will show them everything that I'm doing everything possible out here for my future.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just really hard as a college student to not really have a social life, kind of, and or friends at all. is how I kind of see it.
There's like a baby out in the waiting room. I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's pretty sad sometimes.
But not all the time.
Are you okay?
Is there a way to cut this out?
I don't know, potentially.
You're supposed
But
to be
I
counseling. You're not supposed to cry.
I just sometimes feel sad, and when I do feel sad, I usually, like on a Friday night when I know that people are out partying and doing fun things, sometimes I do just call back home and I talk to my sister or my dad, or just kind of watch movies and stuff, and just keep my mind on other things, or I'll do homework to prepare for the rest of the week, or other things just to keep me busy in my own room. But I don't know if you have any suggestions of how I could get more social.
What are you interested in?
Well,
Do you have any
I like
hobbies?
leading. I like leading programs and like having a say in what goes on in school. Like participating in the events that get thrown. That's not necessarily going. I probably wouldn't go to them,
Okay.
but I do like the idea of throwing them and being a leader. I'm really good at that. I'm really strong at that.
Okay.
And I like, I guess, that. Just putting on events and being able to say I was a part of something.
Well, what else? Let's brainstorm all of the things. Like, just anything that you've done in your life that was intriguing.
Well, I was a manager at Hollister when I was in high school, which was a big promotion for someone my age because you are supposed to have your bachelor's degree to even be looked at for that position.
Mhm.
So they trusted me enough and saw the potential in me. And that also goes back to why I had such a good life in high school, kind of, because people saw that in me, whereas now I'm starting at a new school and I feel like people don't see that. And it's not that I can't show them, it's just I just don't think it would do anything
Okay.
either.
Well, okay. So, you're really good at leading people. You said that about events and stuff. But you also said that about a management position that you had at a really young age that you maybe wouldn't have had if you didn't have those kind of skills, right? So, but what other things do you enjoy doing? Like, do you enjoy going for walks, hiking? Like, what other kind of activities are you interested in?
I like running.
Running.
I was on a running team in high school.
Okay. And would that be something you would be interested in now?
Maybe.
Exploring, maybe something?
Maybe.
Okay. I mean, if not, it's okay. I just wanted to kind of lay out a little list of ways that we can kind of fix some of the anxiety, because sometimes, it's running is great. Exercise, it helps you, get some of your anxiety out. Do you have any other thoughts on that?
I know they've been looking for RAs for the following year, resident assistants with the school, which are leaders within the dorms, but I just don't know if that's really possible for me. And I don't know if it will add a lot of workload onto my schedule. I don't know if that's something I can handle because academics is really all I have. So if I jeopardize that anyway, I feel like it wouldn't be worth it to do. But that is something I was kind of interested in, was looking at. And it's like an application process, so it's not like I need to go and throw myself out there. It's just an application online, and then they get back to me, and I set up a personal interview. So that was definitely interesting to me because it seemed like it had a lot of the things I look forward to, or I'm good at. And also, if I were to be able to be in a position like that, maybe my school could see me a little differently and see that I am a leader, and then maybe I could get out of my shell a little and help kids like me that I know a lot of RAs maybe don't confine to all students like me, even though I'm sure they're given training in it. But I feel like just coming from the situation I have starting here at Mitchell, I feel like it would help a lot with developing a relationship with students that maybe can't find themselves. But that's just something I hope for, and I think would save my college career path. But if not, another choice I thought about would be coming closer to home. I wouldn't want to not continue, but at the same time, I don't know for sure. Maybe being closer to my family, but also being in school would be the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you kind of want both. you want the family and the school thing, and you want to be able to kind of wrap it all up in a bow and have it all nice. It does seem like you've done some thinking about some ways to cure your anxiety already, even before you came into my office today. So that's definitely a strength. The strength that you have is that you know how to help yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. So, what are some things that you kind of want to like touch on through our sessions here? Obviously, maybe finding some activities for you to do, some things. Do you think your anxiety, like, did you have an issue with anxiety before you went to school?
Yeah, I think I've always had a little bit of anxiety when it came to things, but my friends in high school kind of came naturally to me, and I'm finding that really hard here. But at the same time, I don't necessarily need friends to have an amazing college career, and I know that, but it's just pretty hard for me to like do things alone, especially when I'm nowhere near anything I'm used to, and I also don't drive out here right now at all, so
Right, that's difficult.
it's just hard. But I don't know, I guess through our sessions I want to like build the courage within myself that I know I have, but kind of make it come out more and be able to step out of my comfort zone, I guess, because I feel like as a freshman in college it's just very uncomfortable, a lot of it, and a lot of it is very forced.
Mm-hmm.
So I think stepping out of my comfort zone would be a big help that I think I need a little pushing
Okay.
for, that my
What do
family's not
you-
here to do for me.
Yeah. What do you think the first step is in pushing yourself? The first step, like, what would you like to leave here today, try and go do, and come back and let me know how it went?
I think applying to be an RA and maybe even furthering that and reaching out to the people that control, or like you know, the people that are in control of this, just to say a little bit more about myself and why I'm seeking it, just to make my application seem a little different, because becoming an RA would change everything, I think, for my college career.
Yeah.
So I guess doing that, kind of like a homework assignment, and maybe attending one of the cross-country meetings at the school, maybe.
That sounds like a great first step. I mean, if it's too much for you, if at any point you're feeling like you're not ready for that, I don't want you to feel like you disappointed me by coming back. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable the whole way. So just be honest and upfront with me, and we can kind of talk about how it's going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely think that's a good start. And even just talking about it now and getting it out in the open, I am like kind of realizing that it's not anything to do with me. It's not, I don't think I need anything for my anxiety, or I just think I need to step more out of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
And maybe that is not something that's so noticeable when you're in high school, because it's all right there in front of you.
Right.
Your family, your friends, everything. And it's just everywhere you've grown up into, the town. So I think that college is definitely a big step, and getting pushed out of your comfort zone, even like especially when your family's not here to tell you how to do it or to be a support system regardless of how it goes. It's really hard to do things on your own, which I understand, like that's just how it is for
It's
the
a
first
lot.
year.
That's a lot.
So I think for making it a goal to go to maybe a meeting or some event on campus that I might not have considered before, even going and eating alone and not being afraid to eat alone, and just, you know, maybe making friends that way potentially. Or
Sounds like you already have a really great plan going. That's really awesome. Anything else you want to say for this session?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Come back next week and kind of let me know like how the process goes. Try to like be in tune with yourself and let me know like your thoughts, your feelings while you were doing all of these things, and we'll touch base next week. It was so nice to see you, Alicia.